Good evening, I'm Alex Foley and welcome to The On Show, the series that shows you everything that's on in the Swansea area. This week we'll be catching up with actor, singer, musician and voice coach Angharad Elise Thomas when she meets Keith for a coffee. Later on in the show we'll be hearing from Nicola Kelly to tell us all about the programme of Christmas activities at the Dilys Thomas Centre. And as the Christmas season continues to build, this week at the Grand Theatre we heard how Abbey players were getting on with their penultimate rehearsal of A Christmas Carol.
Well, Abbey Plays has always been about the company since it began in 1961. So over 50 years, it's all been about the big company, everyone working together. And that's what we are very much about at Abbey Players. You know, we're a big company of adults, children, there's backstage crew as well. And everyone is so much involved in the whole show. And that's why we are so special and so different to other societies in the area. Our musical director is Jonathan Lysett, artistic director is Catherine Wheel, and they've done an awful lot of work just putting everything together, really. It's a mammoth score for Jonathan to work with, and John Davis has ably assisted him with it. We've got an 18-piece band for the week of the show, which is incredible for an amateur production to have that many in the pit. And it really brings the whole score to light. Right, we're opening on Wednesday the 22nd of November to the 25th. You can get tickets through our ticket secretary, Anne Williams, on 01792 230007, or you can also get tickets at the box office 01792 475 715.
I'm playing Mrs. Fezziwig.
And I'm playing Mr. Fezziwig.
Well, this particular version, the music is outstanding because it's by Alan Menken, who is the composer of well-known musicals like The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. What else has he done? Sister Act, which Abbey Players have performed before, so we love his music. But this one is special because there's hardly any stops in the score at all. The music is continuous right throughout the performance. So you don't stop and have a scene of dialogue. There's continuous songs and underscore all the way through.
Well, I think the story is just timeless generally. You know, it appeals to all audiences, young and old. And I think, as you say, with the score, it's just magical. We have a 16-piece orchestra which fills the theatre, and it's just great.
Well, I think Abbey Players over the last few years have really set the standard high of amateur dramatics in Swansea. I mean, there's quite a few groups around, and you know, obviously there's different shows going on, but you know, we do sell really well in the Grand. We are the last amateur company to perform on the main stage of the Grand, and A Christmas Carol really get you, you know, kicked into that Christmas spirit, ready for the end of November, going into December. And we have a lot of fun as Mr. and Mrs. Fezziwig.
We do.
We are quite naughty as well, so...
We've been in the Christmas spirit since July,
We've been in the Christmas spirit since the summer, yeah.
Thanks to all the Abbey players involved, especially Simon Lloyd-Jones, Joanne Griffiths and Ashley Eynon-Davies. And don't forget, the play opens tonight at the Grand Theatre in Swansea and runs until the 25th. Of course, it's not just theatres getting in the Christmas spirit. The Dilys Thomas Centre have laid out their festive calendar, so we met with Nicola Kelly to find out some more.
Well, December in the Dilys Thomas Centre is a very exciting time for us because it's our programme of Christmas activities, and of course one of Dilys Thomas's most famous works is A Child's Christmas in Wales. So it's a really exciting opportunity to share this work with various different audiences, families, babies, adults, you know, a whole range of different people. We've got a range of different activities, so we're getting schools in to do workshops. We're also got open family sessions that any family can come along to and take part, one of which is making your own Christmas memories inside a snow globe. So inspired by Dilys Thomas's work, obviously we're looking at our own Christmas memories and making things around that. So that's going to be a really nice one. And we've run that now for every year for 3 years, and it's always really popular. So we're looking forward to welcoming many of those families back again this year. So on Saturday, the 2nd of December, we have a workshop that's for adults. So it's not just for children, our activities over the Christmas period. So every year we run 2 of these workshops because they're so popular, and it's our Child's Christmas in Wales, snow globe felt decorations. So this is the scene that we made last year. We do a different scene every year, so the idea is that if you come every year you get to make a little collection of the scenes from Child's Christmas in Wales, and this is the line in the story that says when there were wolves in Wales. It's amazing the amount of visitors that we have coming to the centre who have just enjoyed this work from all over the world. We've had, visitors from America, Australia, but recently in the last couple of years we had some children from the Czech Republic who came and donated a book, a Czech version of A Child's Christmas in Wales, to our collection. The fact that his work, this particular work, has been translated into so many different languages, it shows that it has this universal appeal. So all the information for all our activities is available in our brochure, which you can pick up here from the Dylan Thomas Centre. It's also on our website, which is www.dylanthomas.com.
Thank you, Nicola. And of course, you can pop down to the Dylan Thomas Centre and get yourself a brochure, or pop over to their website. Coming up next, actor, singer, musician and voice coach Angharad Elise Thomas and Keith Millward headed to Punk's Cafe for a coffee and a catch-up.
Angharad Elise Thomas, thank you for sharing coffee with Keith. I'm very interested because I should introduce that you are an actress, director, you're a singer, you're a voice coach, you're a musical director. And I'm very interested though, you specialise in the voice. So can you tell me, you use a particular technique. What is that technique?
Well, I'm studying to be a certified master teacher in the Estill model. So it's a model of work that we teach then for the voice. So it started with Jo Estill. She sort of went into researching all, wanted to understand how she could sing. She was a very good singer and wanted to understand how she could sing. And she sort of spent a lot of time researching and working out and scoping people and seeing what went on with the voice when we were doing certain things and certain sounds. So she sort of came up with the different voice qualities that person creates, and it's all just how you can achieve those then, really. Sort of shortened version of it. But
yes. So you've set up Blue Bee Productions, and you seem to like working on cutting edge pieces of musical theatre and theatre. Tell us more about that.
So we love it. I run it with my fiance Andy Murray, and we just love putting on new exciting pieces. And I think a main thing we love is we work with a lot of young people that want to go into this as a career, and seeing them have the opportunity to be able to perform these pieces before they even go away for further training. We definitely love that. And it's just it's exciting to put on stuff that's maybe a little bit new and hasn't been done. And so we started and we did Dogfight. And then we moved on, we've done Bonnie and Clyde, we've done Andrew Lloyd Webber's Beautiful Game, and currently working on Spring Awakening.
Spring Awakening this week at the Dylan Thomas Theatre. And you've been doing a lot of work in Cletley, but now this week you are in Swansea with the production for the first time. Yeah. So what's led to that?
I think me and Andy were both Swansea Jacks, so it's nice to be back on home turf. And the Dylan Thomas Theatre is just great. They're brilliant. It's just a lovely theatre. It's a nice feel to it. And we just sort of wanted to spread our wings a little bit and just try out some other spots and places. And I think that's the aim ultimately. We don't want to feel we're sort of restrained to one point.
I must congratulate you on all your talents.
Thank you.
As an actress, singer, musical director, voice coach. My gosh, the world's your oyster. Thank you ever so much for joining us. Thank you. Thanks for coffee with Keith.
Thank you, Keith Millward, and of course, Angharad Elise Thomas for meeting for a coffee and giving us a peek into how she manages all those careers at once. As you might have guessed, there was plenty more conversation we could not fit into the show, so please, for the full extended and unabridged coffee with Angharad Elise Thomas, check out the on-show section of Bay TV Swansea's YouTube channel, where you'll be able to find it, along with past episodes and, of course, past coffees with Keith's guests. And just before we go, we have time for our weekly roundup of what's on in Swansea. Tonight also sees the opening of Spring Awakening, an angsty rock musical adaptation of the seminal play about the trials and tribulations about growing up. Winner of 8 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, told by Duncan Sheik and Stephen Sater, through what has been labelled as the most gorgeous Broadway score this decade. Spring Awakening explores the journey from adolescence to adulthood with poignancy, passion that is illuminating and unforgettable. You can see it before it closes this Friday. And of course, the Christmas parade that happened just this past Sunday has welcomed in Swansea Centre's fully Christmas mode, with the familiar red and green chalets making up the Christmas market on Oxford Street. It's open from 9:30 in the morning to 5:30 every day until the 21st of December. And don't forget, now outside the Waterfront Museum and the LC2 is the ice skating rink and Sanders Grotto of the Waterfront Winter Wonderland, right across the festive period up until the 7th of January. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for tonight on The Unshow, so stay tuned with Bay TV and join us again next week for another On Show episode. Thanks for joining, and good night.